Anime with overpowered main characters is never gonna get boring, is it? Sometimes we love the underdog, but we like to see the main character show the bad guys who's boss. In recent years, you can see how many anime adapt to this trope. So, today, we're gonna go through 10 new anime with an overpowered main character. Let's get started. Number 10, Mushoku Tensei. This was one of the most anticipated anime of this winter season. After watching the released episodes, I can already see why. It may start off with the regular isekai premise, but does many unique things to the genre. When a 34-year-old man is met with an accident while trying to rescue another person, he's teleported to a fantasy world as Rudius Greyrat. Now, as a child, Rudius possesses incredible magic skills plus genius-level intellect. His parents are surprised about him, and this boy begins learning the best sword and sorcery in the world as well. Apart from the usual isekai fare, you get a story with great characters and a well-built magic system. Even when the character uses overpowered attacks, you know the basis and formula behind those attacks. Number 9, Redo of Healer. There's less healing and more pain in this anime, but no one can miss a good old revenge story, right? Redo of Healer is about a healer abused by his teammates back in the day and now wants to take revenge. What differs this story from many other stories of the same niche is the villainous main character. While other protagonists of revenge anime may live up to a specific moral code, Kyoruga in Redo of Healer has no morality at all. Forgiving, redemption, loving people, all of those are foreign words to him. If you love a unique revenge story and also have the stomach to digest some dark elements, then don't miss out on this one. Number 8, So I'm a Spider, So What? This isekai story, as the name implies, revolves around a spider. The premise here is simple. During a battle between a hero and a demon king, an entire class gets transported to a fantasy world, and our heroine is reincarnated as a spider. If not evident, being a spider is not going to play to your advantage. Now she needs to learn to get to the top while overcoming the challenges thrown at her. Even though the main character is a spider, the anime knows how to present an exciting story by maintaining high tension levels. For example, each of the challenges our spider faces should be overcome by using her brain rather than her power. We saw how anime did slime isekai justice, so keep your hopes up for spider isekai. Number 7, suppose a kid from the last dungeon boonies moved to a starter town.
なんだよこの化け物は見た目めちゃくちゃ普通だがただものじゃねえ下手に動けば殺されそうだなんだか緊張してきちゃったな
Looking at the title alone can tell you this was adapted from a visual novel. Here we have a village named Kunlun, located near the last dungeon. A dungeon with the most powerful monsters in the entire world. In this village lives a boy named Lloyd Belladonna, who's considered weak in physical skills and magic. But like every isekai protagonist, he isn't about to give up. When he enrolled in the kingdom's military academy, he learned to use his inner power. Will this power be enough to defeat the growing threats of the kingdom? Indeed it can. That's why we're including this anime in the list. This anime may have a somewhat regular and slow start, but you're sure in for a great isekai experience once you are in. Number 6, Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elaina. If you want the synopsis of this anime in a single sentence, there's a witch named Elaina who had a long ambition to travel around the world, and in this anime series, she finally does that. Yes, it's that simple. The story is straightforward, and unlike most fantasy anime, doesn't involve wars and tragic character deaths in its premise. Still, the story can be really interesting because of its pacing. The world around Elaina is shown through the story as she gets involved with different characters and their struggles. As you move along in the anime, you can see how Elaina develops as a character from all the adventures. If you want to follow the adventures of a cute, white-haired witch, then add this one to your watch list. Number 5. The hidden dungeon only I can enter.
石段は大気の塵を拳に圧縮させたイメージを弾く。倒せた。
Once again, we have another isekai, because what is isekai without overpowered main characters? In the hidden dungeon only I can enter, we have Noir, whose only special ability is to consult the Great Sage. When he loses his job, he consults the sage for help, and after getting advice, decides to travel to the most dangerous dungeons in the world. While most isekai shows tend to have an overpowered protagonist, this anime will show how the challenges changed Noir and broaden his view of the world. Apart from that, you have the same old harem trope where the main character adds girls to his collection as he continues his adventure. Number 4. Talentless Nana.
なぜ僕は今からこの子に殺されなければならないのかだろ
If you've experienced playing Among Us, then this will be the ideal anime for you. But at least in the game, you get respawned when you're killed. But in this anime, once a character's dead, he's dead forever. This happens in a world where children with powers are born, and the government views them as enemies. These children are sent to a deserted school where they should survive on their own. Along comes the transfer student Nana, an assassin sent by the government to kill the students. Nana may look like a cute girl doing a cute thing, but there's nothing cute with assassination, is there? Nana may appear like a regular high school girl, but no one is safe when they're alone with her. Number 3. Our Last Crusade or the Rise of a New World.
壁を押しつぶせ評価船内のトゲ吹雪
If you want an anime similar to a great young adult fantasy book, then Our Last Crusade or The Rise of a New World is the anime you should be most excited for this fall. Yes, judging by the name itself, you can tell it's adapted from a light novel, but it actually builds a credible fantasy world and creates some fascinating characters and builds tension through their opposite ideals. It's about a boy named Isuka and a girl named Alice, who are in a world shattered by the war between two forces, the Empire and Nebulous Sovereignty. Isuka's ambition is to fight and prevent the war. At the same time, Alice wants to destroy the Empire and unite the world under the banner of the Nebulous Sovereignty. The two clash with their ideals, forcing each other to acknowledge their own. You got two overpowered characters trying to kill each other. What more could you ask for? Number 2. Jujutsu Kaisen. When you see Jujutsu Kaisen on an overpowered main character list, you know who comes to your mind first. The one and only Satoru Gojo. But this isn't about Gojo. This anime is about Yuji Itadori, an unnaturally talented boy living with his grandfather. Yuji's life changes as he meets a sorcerer named Megumi Fushigura, who warns about a cursed talisman he possesses. But this talisman seems to be a bigger challenge than it seemed, and to protect his friends, Yuji swallows it. Now with the host of Sukino released from his talisman residing within him, Yuji becomes a target of many sorcerers as everyone tries to exorcise him. If you need a supernatural anime done right, don't ignore this one. Number 1. Heaven Official's Blessing. Topping our list is a Chinese anime, and something that stands on par with any modern Japanese anime. Here we have a god who is fallen and now wants to ascend back to his throne. Yep, just like Noragami. But this god rarely makes any jokes like him. The anime follows Yi Leon's journey for power and how he meets San Long, a forgotten crown prince who wants to help Ji Lon in his journey. The anime has some great action and character development. If you want an anime where the weak-looking main character slowly shows how he's a badass, then don't miss this one. So there goes our list for 10 new anime with an overpowered main character. If we missed anything, don't forget to add your own thoughts down below in the comments. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be updated as soon as we release a new video. Stay safe, anime fans, and I'll see you in the next video.